We did this movie where I played this guy where he said, hey, you know what, Steve, you know what, Steve, I'm just so happy to be here. So I played Ray Charles, and hey, you know what, I'm gonna make it do what it do, baby. And when we played Ray Charles, we didn't know what we were doing in that movie. That was an independent movie. It went on to get nominated for an Oscar. Here was a problem though. When we got nominated for an Oscar, I thought there's no way we win. So I used that as an excuse to throw parties. Let's turn up, right?
Yeah.
Then I get a call from somebody. Hi, Jamie Foxx. This is Oprah. I'm like, who?
Yeah.
Like, what? What? Who's that? This is Oprah. She says, you're blowing it. I said, what you mean? She says, you got an opportunity to do something great, walk into the history books, and you're blowing it, and I need to help you with it. And I said, well, I'm sorry, what I need to do. So she took me to Quincy Jones's house.
Oh.
And Quincy came out, hey man, you're doing a great job with Ray, man. You really did that, man. I remember Michael, man, 54 million records with Thriller, baby. I remember that, man. Man, but you have to walk a certain way, Jamie, because you don't want to blow it, man. Everybody's counting on you, man. And I said, thank you. And he takes me into his house, and there was people from the 60s and the 70s that had been actors and actresses, all dressed up to say, walk the right way, do the right thing, because we counting on you, because we never would have thought this would happen. And so Oprah comes up, she says, I wanted to do this for you because you need to understand the significance of things. And a lot of times people don't understand that. She says, now, are you ready to meet the person that you're here for? I said, yeah. And standing over in the corner was Sidney Poitier.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Go up to Sidney Poitier and Sidney Poitier, I mean, you know, I saw you one time.
This dude do anybody, man.
I saw you. He said, I saw you at a party. Do you remember that? And I just started crying. I was like, man, yeah. And he says, your performance made me grow 2 inches. And I was like, I appreciate it. And he says, Oprah and I would like to give you one thing. I said, what's that? Responsibility. She said, you're responsible for your art, you're responsible for this moment. And so that's the Oprah Winfrey who took that moment to where I could have blew it in the club, and we ended up walking through and making history, and everybody felt, wow.
What makes me happy, man, is seeing the result of you creating something in your living room or in your bathroom, an idea, a joke, a song, and then seeing the whole world repeat it. Like when I was on In Living Color, everybody was competing. Back, that was 92, 93. We were competing on that show. Jim Carrey, the Wayans brothers. We was like, who could come up with the line or the joke that everybody will say the next day on Monday? Like I came up with playing this character, and I was like, I'll rock your world. And then next thing you know, I'll Rock Your World became t-shirts and all these, or she take my money and love me leave. To actually come up with that, to barge in on Kanye's studio session when I wasn't on the record, and they say just come up with something, and then sing that line, and then be in Milan in Italy and sing it, and watch people who don't necessarily know how to speak all English but they know the line. That's the most incredible thing. If it's a true artist, it ain't about the money, it's not about the brand, it's not about any of that. It's about, did I move the people? And it doesn't have to be the whole world. It could be like a niche, like 30 people out of all of these thousands knew that thing that you did. And so that's what makes me happy, man, because it's like it's the ultimate. It's the ultimate gratification, you know, because it's like now in social media it can happen that quick. Like, you know, back in the day, you know, you had to read about it. Now people could tell you either you suck, that sucked, don't do that again,
Instant feedback,
or we dig it. So that's what it's about. That's what makes me happy.